Chapter 249. In this cluster of light is a grass, but its shape is like a dragon's claw, and it looks very extraordinary. Yi Tian's consciousness came into contact with this light cluster, and a message came. Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass, 100,000 years, can give pure-blood Dragon Clan members half the probability of giving birth to a Morning Star Claw talent. Yi Tian was shocked. This treasure is too precious. It turned out to be a treasure that can give birth to the Morning Star Claw talent, and such a precious thing is placed here. The other treasures in this area are undoubtedly too much worse than this Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass, right? Suddenly, Yi Tian figured it out. This Dragon Claw Root Grass only has an effect on pure-blood dragon members, and is of little use to other creatures, so it is placed here, and non-pure-blood dragon people will not choose it even if they find it. What suits you is called a treasure, and what is not suitable for you is not a treasure. If other fierce beast overlords could come here and find this treasure, they would definitely not choose the Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass, because it would be useless to them. But Yi Tian needed this Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass. It's just because he has a dragon pet, the Battle Blood Heavenly Dragon Little Blood. Xiao Blood is a Battle Blood Dragon, a real pure-blood dragon clan. The bloodline is extremely pure, and has a sun-level bloodline talent, and the talent is also very powerful, second only to this green dragon power. It's a pity that Xiao Blood doesn't have a claw talent. If Xiao Blood obtains a claw talent, its strength will be extremely rebellious. This Dragon Claw Root Grass is undoubtedly a treasure that changes his life against the sky for Xiao Shui, and it is not comparable to other treasures. If Xiao Blood refines the Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass, there is a half chance of giving birth to a Morning Star Claw talent, and I can also copy Xiao Blood's Morning Star Claw talent, which can be described as killing two birds with one stone. With Xiao Blood's Morning Star Claw talent, plus Qinglong's Morning Star Claw talent, then I will fuse two Morning Star Claw talents, and I will have the opportunity to obtain the Radiant Moon level Claw talent in the future. Yi Tian thought with some excitement. Selected. Yi Tian grabbed this light cluster and took the Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass. Such a treasure, the sooner you get it, you can feel at ease. In case there are other fierce beast overlords who can also come here, in case he sees the Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass and is ready to take it in and trade with the Pure Blood Dragon Clan in the future, wouldn't he have to regret it? Swish! The Divine Dragon Claw Root Grass was included in Yi Tian's personal space, and his heart was completely settled. 3 treasures have already been obtained, and 2 more treasures can be obtained. Yi Tian is not in a hurry, he looks for it slowly. There are a lot of treasures here, and there are always treasures suitable for him. Suddenly, a figure flew past him not far away, heading farther away, instantly entering within 100,000 meters of the green dragon's corpse. 9 Lives Cat Emperor. Yi Tian's expression moved. The strength of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor is not weaker than mine, but it is definitely not stronger than me, but it suddenly entered within 100,000 meters of the Qinglong corpse, which is obviously the credit of the token. It seems that it has broken through the 3rd layer of the illusory world and obtained a higher level token. Yi Tian guessed. He was not surprised at all that the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was able to break through the 3rd layer of the illusory world. After all, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor had a high-level claw talent, and he must have cultivated silver-level claw skills, and the strength of occupying the body of the little green dragon in the illusory world far exceeded that of others. With a strong strength, there were naturally more opportunities to obtain many treasures, and there was a great hope of breaking through the 3rd layer. 9 Lives Cat Emperor, you can probably get 4 treasures. Kill you, your treasure is mine, Yi Tian said secretly. Whether it's for humanity to solve the threat of ferocious beasts, or for himself, he must take out the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. If he didn't kill the 9 Lives Cat Emperor this time, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor might soon become a god-level fierce beast, and the 9 Lives Cat Emperor had obtained the 4 treasures of the Blue Dragon's power, and his strength would inevitably be even more terrifying. Therefore, he wants to kill the 9 Lives Cat Emperor at all costs. Keep looking for treasure. Yi Tian is not only looking for treasures in this area, he also looks for treasures in a farther area. Although some treasures are of lower grade, but if they are useful to him, their value is even higher than some precious and rare treasures. He only looks for treasures that are useful to him, not precious ones. A few hours later, another treasure attracted Yi Tian's attention. It was a meteorite, dark golden in color with a faint glow. After Yi Tian's consciousness came into contact with the light cluster, he knew the origin of this meteorite. Zhengjin stone, a metallic treasure, can assist metallic emperor-level cultivators to break the limits of their bodies, and can also assist sword cultivation to forge an innate sword body or an innate sword body. Zhengjin stone, a treasure similar to alien fire, can help humans break the limits of their bodies, but I'm afraid they must have an arcane-level gold talent, and they can also cast an innate sword body. It just so happens that I have a sword talent, and it is a Morning Star sword talent, and I should be able to use Zhengjin stone to cast an innate knife body. Yi Tian said in his heart, but he didn't choose Zhengjinshi immediately, but was ready to take another look. There are only 2 chances, and he still has a lot of treasures that he hasn't seen, and if he sees better treasures later, once he runs out of opportunities, he will regret it. Anyway, Zhengjinshi is not of much help to these fierce beast overlords, and these fierce beast overlords have no swordsmanship talent, so they will not be stupid to waste an opportunity to choose it. Yi Tian left and continued to check out the other treasures. Little by little, time passed. Half a day later, the other fierce beast overlords left this space one by one. Obviously, they had all chosen their treasures, and even the 9 Lives Cat Emperor left this void space. But Yi Tian believed that these fierce beast overlords would not leave the Dragon Palace, at least not for a short time. Maybe they wanted to find the teleportation array or other places to see if there were any other opportunities. Therefore, he was not afraid that these fierce beast overlords would run away. Before you know it, the day is about to pass. Yi Tian came to the place where the Zhengjin stone was, grabbed the light cluster, took the Zhengjin stone, and put it into his personal space. He had seen almost all the treasures, and among these treasures he was of great use for the time being, and Zhengjinshi was undoubtedly among them. He thought about it, or take the Zhengjin stone, so that he can benefit the most, and other treasures may be useful to him in the future, but they are useless to him for the time being, so it is better not to take them. And Yi Tian's third and last treasure was also chosen. The third treasure is a formation inheritance, 3 Huihui level formation design drawings, 20 Morning Star formation design drawings, and thousands of top-level formation design drawings. So many design drawings are gathered into a formation inheritance. Yi Tian was already preparing to copy the Huihui level formation talent of the Qinglong power, and now that he saw this formation inheritance, he just had the opportunity to give full play to the formation talent, so he naturally wanted to choose this formation inheritance. Of course, he can't take the third treasure yet. Once he takes it, he will be teleported away immediately, and then he won't have a chance to copy the Bright Moon level formation talent and the Morning Star Claw talent on the Green Dragon's corpse. Wait slowly, the copy talent cooldown is over. You can copy it again. Yi Tian was very excited. Suddenly, he hurriedly came to a place close to 100,000 meters, ready to use teleportation to copy the 2 talents of Qinglong. Teleport. Chapter 250. With a teleportation, Yi Tian came to a distance of 100,000 meters from the corpse of the Green Dragon, and suddenly a terrifying pressure struck. His flesh broke and blood flowed. Yi Tian hurriedly copied Qinglong's Morning Star Claw technique talent and Radiant Moon level formation talent, and immediately teleported away again. The body of the Green Dragon is within 100,000 meters. Yi Tian took a deep breath, and the injuries on his body recovered almost in a blink of an eye under the dual recovery of the healing talent and the mystery level life talent. The mystic level life talent was copied from the Green Dragon's body, and it had been successfully fused before. Life talent is very rebellious. It can restore all injuries and life force. As long as it does not die, you can use life talent to recover. Unless it is a soul injury, that life talent is also powerless. The healing talent can be regarded as a branch of the life talent in a certain sense, so the life talent is more powerful than the healing talent. After recovering from his injuries, Yi Tian did not take away the formation inheritance, but immediately began to fuse the Morning Star Claw technique talent and the Radiant Moon level formation talent. There were no fierce beasts here, and it was the best place to fuse the talent. Rumble. The fusion begins. 10 minutes later, the Morning Star Claw talent was successfully fused. After resting for half an hour, Yi Tian successfully fused the Huihui level formation talent again. The talent fusion was successful, and Yi Tian came to the light ball of the formation inheritance and took the inheritance bead away. The next moment, a repulsion came, and Yi Tian was moved away. When Yi Tian came back to his senses, he found that he was already standing in the inheritance hall, holding an inheritance bead in his hand. With a thought, the inheritance beads were collected in the carry-on space, just waiting to see them later. Walking out of the inheritance hall, Yi Tian saw corpses all over the ground. All of them were the corpses of those Emperor-level fierce beasts before, and there was also an Emperor-level fierce beast that he had seen in the Blue Dragon hidden treasure void. This Emperor-level fierce beast had obviously created a claw skill and had the opportunity to get a reward. But now, it's dead here, too. It should have been those fierce beast overlords. Yi Tian guessed. He even wondered if those fierce beast overlords would also kill each other. This possibility is not impossible. The reason why the 9 god-level fierce beasts did not kill each other 9,000 years ago was because the difference in strength was not large, and after leaving the Dragon Palace, they were quickly taken away by the Dragon Clan powerhouse. And now, these fierce beast overlords have not become god-level fierce beasts, but have entered the Dragon Palace in advance. Maybe they will really kill each other for the treasure. After all, the treasure of the Green Dragon's power is so precious. Any small item is a treasure in the outside world. What can't the beast do for the sake of profit? Killing beasts and capturing treasures is normal in the world of beasts. Yi Tian searched for a while in the Dragon Palace, and hypnotized an Emperor-level fierce beast. Only then did he know that several fierce beast overlords had just gone out. Those fierce beast overlords had indeed found the teleportation array, but they came out not long after entering the teleportation hall, and they left the Dragon Palace directly. Obviously, they also knew that there was nothing good about the Dragon Palace, and it would be a waste of time to continue to stay. And the first to leave were the 5 overlords, including the Blood Crow Overlord, and the Golden Horn Silver Emperor, and the 9 Lives Cat Emperor followed out. Maybe there's a big war. Yi Tian hurriedly ran towards the outside of the Dragon Palace. Soon, Yi Tian walked out of the Dragon Palace, easily passed through the big array, and came to the outside world. The Dragon Palace Great Array was to prevent the outside creatures from coming in, but it did not restrict the creatures inside from leaving, so Yi Tian was not blocked by the Great Array. As soon as he left the big array, Yi Tian became invisible. Boom, boom, boom. In the distance, the beast overlords are fighting. It was precisely because of the fierce fighting that Yi Tian came out and hid in time without attracting their attention. At this time, the battle was in a downturned situation, because the 2 fierce beasts of the Golden Horn Silver Emperor and the 9 Lives Cat Emperor completely crushed the other 5 fierce beast overlords, and even the 5 fierce beast overlords were already injured. Golden Horn Silver Emperor, 9 Lives Cat Emperor, don't go too far. Our sun-level bloodline talent is cultivated by the Dragon Clan. If it is not long before the 2 of you step into the god-level fierce beast level, once the strong man of the Dragon Clan comes, and finds that there are only 2 of you god-level fierce beasts, find out that it was the 2 of you who did it, and punish you carefully. The Blood Raven Overlord roared. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor still attacked, without the slightest hesitation, but sneered, Blood Crow Overlord, you will be dead by then, and it is normal for fierce beasts to fight each other. After a while, the Blood Raven Overlord was killed by the 9 Lives Cat Emperor, and all the treasures on his body were taken away by the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. And the Golden Horn Silver Emperor also killed the Taishan Overlord, and immediately began to hunt down other fierce beast overlords. Soon, the 5 fierce beast overlords were killed by the Golden Horn Silver Emperor and the 9 Lives Cat Emperor one after another, and the treasures on their bodies were robbed. At this point, there are only 2 fierce beast overlords left in this beast world. Yi Tian hid his secrets and secretly said to himself, it's just right that the 5 fierce beast overlords are dead, and I don't have to do it. He continued to observe and did not leave. And the Golden Horn Fierce Beast Overlord and the 9 Lives Cat Emperor did not leave. They also hid their breath and waited secretly, waiting for other Emperor-level fierce beasts to come out of the Dragon Palace. Obviously, the 2 of them were going to kill all the Emperor-level fierce beasts in the Dragon Palace, leaving not one behind. Maybe there is a treasure obtained from the Inheritance Hall on a certain Emperor-level fierce beast, and even if there is only one such treasure, they are very excited. As time passed, an Emperor-level fierce beast came out. But as soon as these emperor-level fierce beasts came out, they were bombarded and killed by the Golden Horn Silver Emperor and the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. In the blink of an eye, more than 10 days have passed. This day, the Dragon Palace began to shake, gradually hidden, and disappeared from the sea. Yi Tianming sensed that the Dragon Palace was in a certain space in the sea area, and it was estimated that it would be difficult to make it manifest in a short period of time. In the distance, the Golden Horn Silver Emperor and the 9 Lives Cat Emperor glanced at each other with jealousy, and then left in one direction. Yi Tian followed the 9 Lives Cat Emperor and did not choose the Golden Horn Silver Emperor, because the Golden Horn Silver Emperor had no intention of impacting the god-level fierce beasts for the time being, while the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was already on the path of transforming the divine body. Therefore, the first hunting target naturally chooses the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor flew for a long time, and finally left the sea, ready to go to his lair. Suddenly, a spatial force descended, imprisoning the void and freezing this space. Spatial talent. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor was taken aback, and this spatial suppression was very strong. This inexplicable enemy was not an ordinary emperor. Rumble. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor's divine sense swept away. And when Yi Tian activated the spatial talent, the stealth talent naturally couldn't be maintained, and his figure appeared in the distance, and he was discovered by the 9 Lives Cat Emperor at once. At this time, Yi Tian was still in a state of disguise, the appearance of the golden ape. "It's you." The 9 Lives Cat Emperor recognized Yi Tian because he had seen Yi Tian in the void of the Green Dragon treasure vault. Before, it still wondered why Yi Tian didn't come out, and it was still ready to hunt Yi Tian to get treasures. But from beginning to end, Yi Tian didn't come out. It thought that Yi Tian had died in the battle of the emperor-level fierce beasts in the Dragon Palace, but it didn't expect Yi Tian to come to it. "Kill it, and the treasure will be mine." The 9 Lives Cat Emperor had a greedy look on his face. Chapter 251. Rumble. Yi Tian fought with the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. As soon as possible, Yi Tian turned on the Soul Thorn talent, and the soul power turned into a spike, penetrating through the soul of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. However, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor just shook his head and didn't let out a single scream. "Soul talent? Haha! If I had been afraid of your soul talent before, but I have obtained a soul treasure in the inheritance hall, which can protect my soul, and your soul attack will cause me very little damage." The 9 Lives Cat Emperor said triumphantly. "Soul talent useless?" Yi Tian's face became a little solemn. The strength of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was much stronger than that of the Green Bull Overlord and other emperor-level fierce beasts, and in the case that the soul attack talent was invalid, if he wanted to kill the 9 Lives Cat Emperor, he would have to pay some price. Anyway, it must be killed. It looks like this time it needs to show its full strength. Yi Tian said darkly. From beginning to end, he did not show his full strength with any opponent. Whether it was the Green Bull Overlord or the Fire Flame Overlord, he retains some strength. But in the face of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor, if he retains his strength, it will really be a catastrophe. Time talent. Yi Tian activated the time talent, and slowed down the time tenfold to descend on the body of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. Suddenly, the speed of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor seemed to have slowed down 10 times in Yi Tian's eyes, and even his thinking was 10 times slower, because this was the power of time, and non-emperor level fierce beasts could shake it. Although the 9 Lives Cat Emperor couldn't see the power of time, he sensed the changes around him and the changes in his thinking, and a strange feeling came over him. "It's time." The 9 Lives Cat Emperor was shocked. Time slows down many times around the area, while time doesn't change in other areas. Abruptly, a sword light attacked, and its body was affected by the time talent, and it couldn't detect the trajectory of the sword light for a while. Bang! The blade slashed at its body, but it was blocked by its body. Although it had only transformed a small part of its divine body, its defensive power had suddenly increased, and even Yi Tian's star slash had only caused it a small injury. Spatial compression. Yi Tian urged the spatial talent, so that the space around the 9 Lives Cat Emperor began to be continuously compressed, squeezing the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. Click! The pressure of space hit, making the 9 Lives Cat Emperor very uncomfortable. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor tried his best to break free, and the space began to shake. Suddenly, with a bang, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor broke Yu Tian's space compression, which was also Yu Tian's initial realization of the trick of space compression, and the power of space compression was not strong. Otherwise the 9 Lives Cat Emperor would not want to break the space compression easily. Then, one after another, spatial blades appeared, slashing towards the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. And although the 9 Lives Cat Emperor couldn't dodge under the influence of spatial confinement and time talent, he also turned on his defensive talent with all his strength, and with the advantage of the demigod body, he resisted Yu Tian's space blade bombardment again and again. Of course, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was also injured. Time talent, space talent. These are two treasure talents. I have seen a fierce beast with space talent, but no beast's space talent is higher than yours, and your space talent should also reach the pseudo-arcane level. And the talent for time, I've never heard of anyone who has it, but you have it too. What kind of beast are you, to be so rebellious? Seriously, I envy your talent very much. If you can occupy your body, it will be a chance against the sky. It's a pity that I don't have the talent to occupy the body. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor was amazed at Yu Tian's talent. Suddenly, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor took out a claw weapon and integrated it into its claws. This is a Radiant Moon-class claw. 9 Lives Claw. With a slight stroke, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor swiped lightly, and the space was marked with claw marks, and it actually left traces on the space with its strength. How terrifying its attack power was. With the blessing of the Huawei level claw weapon, the silver level claw technique, the 9 Lives Claw, was displayed, and the combat effectiveness of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was off the charts. Bang bang bang. One after another, the spatial blades were also destroyed by the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. Swish! The 9 Lives Cat Emperor slashed towards Yu Tian, and a blank killing intent shrouded this void. Speed talent. Yu Tian opened the god-level extreme speed talent, and his speed instantly surpassed the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. If the 9 Lives Cat Emperor had not been affected by the spatial imprisonment and time talent, its speed would definitely far exceed that of Yu Tian. But unfortunately, under the suppression of time and space talent, its combat power had been weakened too much. Yu Tian held the Morning Star knife weapon in his hand, and from time to time he slashed out a star slash, occasionally attacking through the air with a long-distance blow, constantly creating a little relief for the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. However, the speed of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was completely inferior to Yu Tian, and he couldn't hurt Yu Tian at all. Damn, this guy's strength is not as good as mine at all. If he doesn't have the talent of time and space, I can easily kill him. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor scolded in his heart. It was right. If Yu Tian didn't have the talent of time and space, he would definitely not be the opponent of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. After all, the strength of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was very strong, second only to the 7-star Emperor level powerhouses. It can even be said that it is very difficult for a 7-star Emperor level powerhouse to kill the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. Yu Tian didn't have the talent of time and space, at most he was the weakest 6-star Emperor level, so he was naturally not the opponent of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. But time talent and space talent are also a kind of strength. Which martial artist does not rely on talent? If there is no special talent, isn't it no different from ordinary martial artists? Time talent and space talent are naturally also a kind of Yu Tian's strength. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor thinks that Yu Tian is not his opponent if he doesn't have time talent and space talent. Then, if it doesn't have claw talent and demigod body, Yu Tian can easily kill it. 10 minutes have passed. Yu Tian's combat power was still at its peak, and a little bit of consumption completely absorbed the blood stored in the space with him and recovered, and the Yuan force was not consumed. And the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was consumed a lot, and although the injury was not serious, it was not light. At this time, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor wanted to escape. It knew that it couldn't kill Yu Tian, and if it kept fighting, maybe it would die. Run! The 9 Lives Cat Emperor tried his best to escape, but Yu Tian had to kill it. No matter how it escaped, it couldn't escape the blockade of space confinement and the influence of time talent. Chased and fled, a man and a beast spread the battlefield for tens of millions of miles. Along the way, the mountains and rivers shattered, and the space cracked, like the end of the world. I don't know how many fierce beasts died on the way to their fight, and even the Emperor-level fierce beasts were affected and died because of curiosity. In the blink of an eye, a day of time went by. At this time, Yi Tian's spirit declined slightly, but his overall strength was still at the peak, while the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was miserable. Countless minor injuries have accumulated together, and now they have formed serious injuries. Damn monkey, I'll give you a few treasures, can you let me go? You hunt down and kill me not to inherit the treasures of the main hall. I'll give it to you. We don't need to fight, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor admitted. However, it secretly planned to immediately transform the divine body after going back, impact to the god-level fierce beast level as soon as possible, and then find out Yi Tian and kill him. It's a pity that it thought wrong. Yi Tian's real purpose in killing it was not for those treasures, the so-called treasures were only incidental. Yi Tian killed it mainly to get rid of a threat to the human race. Because Yi Tian is a human being, not a monkey in his mouth. Chapter 252. Kill. Yi Tian's attitude responded to the 9 Lives Cat Emperor. It was impossible to stop. Seeing that Yi Tian's offensive was even more ferocious, the killing intent was extremely strong, as if he had an enmity with it. But the 9 Lives Cat Emperor knew very well that he didn't know Yi Tian at all. If you want to kill me, then die together. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor burned the power of the bloodline, and even burned part of his body, mobilizing a trace of divinity contained in the demigod body. This trace of divinity was integrated into the claws, and with the blessing of the extremely rich bloodline power, the strongest blow was launched. 9 Lives Claw. The space was directly scratched to pieces, and the blockade of the space confinement was also broken. The claw light broke through the void and descended in front of Yi Tian's body. Under the influence of the time talent, the speed of this attack was 10 times slower, but it still affected Yi Tian. This blow seemed to envelop the heavens and the earth, and no matter how Yi Tian dodged, he couldn't dodge it. It's divinity that affects time and space. Yi Tian guessed. If his cultivation is stronger and completes the great transformation, this trace of divinity will definitely not affect him, but unfortunately his cultivation is still too weak, so this trace of divinity affects time and space. If you can't dodge it, then resist it. Arcane level defensive talent. God level 5 elements iron armor talent. God level strength talent. / In an instant, a door talent opened. / With the blessing of the God level strength talent, the / exerted a terrifying attack power, and the star sword collided with the 9 Lives Claw. Boom! The light of the star sword shattered, turning into a point of light, and the 9 Lives Claw light continued to attack. In fact, Yi Tian's star / was many times stronger than before. After all, the strength talent copied Qinglong's God level strength talent, and it was enough to exert 300 times the attack power, which was 3 times that of the mystery level strength talent. This meant that Yi Tian's attack power was 3 times stronger than before. However, the strength of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was too strong. Not only did he begin to transform his divine body, but he even had a Huihui level weapon increase, which caused Yi Tian's attack power to be not very powerful. And now, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor burned his blood and body, urged a trace of divinity, and launched the strongest blow. It's normal that his stars can't be stopped. I saw that the 9 Lives Claw light bombarded Yi Tian's body, and the manifested defensive talent light shield was shattered with a single blow. The God level 5 elements iron armor talent also blocked the 9 Lives Claw light. Then, the God level 5 elements iron armor was also penetrated, and the pseudo-mystic level Vajra bone talent was activated, blocking the blow with bones. Rumble. Yi Tian's body was knocked out, flying out 100,000 meters away. With the help of my desperate move, I should be seriously injured and dying, right? The 9 Lives Cat Emperor said excitedly. In fact, it was also gambling just now. If a trace of divinity can't affect the other party's time talent and space talent, it will be completely finished. But the result is good. The bet wins. Swish! The 9 Lives Cat Emperor flew over, wanting to kill the seriously injured Yi Tian and seize the treasure on Yi Tian's body. But suddenly, the spatial confinement came again. Yi Tian walked step by step, and the injuries on his body recovered in an instant. With the mystery level life talent and the pseudo-mystery level healing talent, Yi Tian's recovery speed reached a level against the sky, and although the desperate blow of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor broke through his defenses, it was still very early to kill him. In a few moments, Yi Tian's injuries were mostly healed. And at this moment, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor burned a part of his blood and body. His injuries were very serious, and his breath was very weak, far less than when he was at his peak. How could you? And the talent of the recovery class. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor was completely dumbfounded. It felt that the heavens were too fond of Yi Tian. So many talents, each of them was very terrifying. But now there were also recovery talents. It seemed that the level was still very high. Maybe it had also reached the mystery level. 9 Lives Cat Emperor, if you just escaped at the moment when you shot me away, with your speed, I might not be able to catch up. After all, teleportation is not without limits. Each teleportation has a little bit of interval. If you really catch up with the long distance, you may be faster than me. It's a pity that you wasted the last chance and ran over stupidly. Yi Tian sneered. No, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor was frightened, turned around and fled. Unfortunately, it can't escape. Burst! A star slashed over, cutting off one of the legs of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor at once. Meanwhile, one after another, the spatial blades broke through the air, and soon the 9 Lives Cat Emperor completely ended his life. At this point, the 9 Lives Cat Emperor, who had just embarked on the path of God-level fierce beasts, died at the hands of Yi Tian. Coming to the corpse of the 9 Lives Cat Emperor, Yi Tian took down the treasures on the 9 Lives Cat Emperor one by one. Fierce beasts like the 9 Lives Cat Emperor, although they don't have storage bags, they have carved out a place in their bodies to store things. Their size is very large, and ordinary things can be easily stored and very safe. Yi Tian found the scattered treasures, and finally determined that there were a total of 8 treasures from the inheritance hall. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor himself should have 4, and the other 4 should have been snatched from other Emperor-level beasts and beast overlords. Yi Tian carefully studied these 8 treasures. A radiant moon-level claw. A soul defense arcana, an elixir that can relieve the hidden dangers of the bloodline. A claw skill inheritance. A secret technique of divine power condensation. A supreme elixir that can assist in the completion of bloodline transformation. A drop of dragon essence blood. The last one should be a fruit that can improve the bloodline talent, but I don't know how big the specific success rate is. The reason why Yi Tian was able to understand these treasures was due to his other talent, the treasure appreciation talent, which he copied from an auction house appraisal master, which was originally only a primary treasure appreciation talent, and was forcibly promoted to the top level by him using the talent Divine Liquid. Now, even treasures like the Holy Dragon Fruit can be identified by him. Looking at these 8 treasures, Yi Tian was very satisfied. Among them, he was most satisfied with the Soul Defense Arcana, the Claw Skill Inheritance, and the Radiant Moon-level Claw Weapon. Because there is a Claw Skill in this Claw Skill Inheritance that surpasses the Legendary level and above the Legendary level is a God-level Claw Skill. How valuable is a God-level Claw technique? Yi Tian didn't know, but once it got out, the decision would cause an uproar. And once Yi Tian copied and fused the Claw technique talent to the Huihui level, he would have the hope of cultivating that Claw skill talent, and even for a period of time, the Claw technique would replace the Sword skill and become his strongest attack method. Coupled with the Huihui level Claw weapon, his strength must have skyrocketed a lot. Because of this, he was very interested in the inheritance of Claw skills and the Radiant Moon level Claw weapon. The Claw technique inheritance and Soul Arcana are estimated to be in the area closer to the corpse of the Green Dragon. I can't enter that area. The 9 Lives Cat Emperor entered that area, and I got such a good treasure, and now it's cheaper for me. Putting away all these treasures, Yi Tian rested for a while, preparing to find the Golden Horn Silver Emperor and kill him completely. But after looking around, Yi Tian didn't find the Golden Horn Silver Emperor. The Golden Horn Silver Emperor should go into hiding and consume the harvest this time. Yi Tian frowned. If you wait for the Golden Horn Silver Emperor to finish consuming the harvest and cultivate silently, I don't know how long it will take to have news of it. Now, there is only one fierce beast overlord in this beast world, the Golden Horn Silver Emperor, and if he kills it, he doesn't need to worry about the safety of the Zhanghai superbase. Something has to be done. Yi Tian pondered. Suddenly, he thought of the contract talent. The contract talent can contract many fierce beasts to do things for themselves. If you contract a bunch of Emperor-level fierce beasts and let them help you find the Golden Horn Silver Emperor, wouldn't it be very convenient? It's just that this method will definitely expose his existence, but he is not afraid. Now there is only one fierce beast overlord left, and he is disguised as an ape beast, and those emperor-level beasts only think that he is a powerful emperor-level beast, and they can't think of humans going up at all. Even if he was finally discovered by the Golden Horn Silver Emperor, the Golden Horn Silver Emperor might have tracked him all the way, so he wouldn't need to look for it. That's it, Yi Tian decided,